everybody! I'm Fiera Luna, and I play games on the internet. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Today, we're playing Phoenix Wright. It's the case! The best case! We're gonna solve so many murders. We're gonna solve a number of murders greater than the number of murders that happened in this case. It's gonna be great. You guys will see. Anyway, as usual, we are having a good time. I want to thank all of you for being patient with me, for always starting at like 1:30 for this week. It's going to happen again next week, too. It's going to keep happening. Because staff is like, well, okay, but you got to do this thing called work. And I don't know why they do this to me. I don't know why I must suffer. Ah! But it's okay. Oh. Oh, Val. Val, I know you love trauma sponges. Edgeworth Edgeworth is the sham wow of trauma sponges. He can suck up so much suffering. And when you ring him out, just when you ring him out, there's more in there. Alright. So, let's get going. We're on day 2. We have just poked a bunch of holes in Lotta Hart's testimony and been like, you're not really a university student. She's like, no. And we're like, so what are you out here for? And she's like, I don't know, meteor shower. And we're like, I don't think that's true. And she spent her time being like, no, it's definitely true. But it isn't. She was out here looking for Gordy, the monster in the lake. The secret monster of the lake. Also, in case anyone is wondering, tonight's snack is rice and dumplings. And by snack, I mean it's dinner. Because I'm very late to dinner. Ow, ow, ow. Hilarious note, I own ShamWows. Amazing. Oh yeah, and Maya was held in contempt of court. So Maya and Edgeworth are both in jail. We're off to a great start. Maya! Hey, Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. That's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Oh, okay. Average day in Ace Attorney. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Phoenix, it's because yes, you have discovered the truth. Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Oh, that, I'll tell you guys right now. That is one of the reasons why I find it difficult to tell a story with spirit mediums, or any way to contact the dead, because you can't grieve properly. Imagine for a moment, if you will, that death is final, except you can call people on the phone and hear from them anytime. And they can understand that and continue to understand the changes that are going on. So you know that there's a life after death. Just imagine that for a moment. You'd have such a hard time grieving properly if you knew for sure that that was true and that you could, like, literally reach out and talk to them. You'd be forever in a situation where, like, you could just, instead of, going through the stages of grief and being like, well, they're not here anymore, you can just be like, well, it's like they moved away. And yeah, there are stages of grief for somebody's moved across town or something. Or like your kids have moved out and nobody sets the coffee maker going in the morning. But that's not the same as the stages of grief for, like, death. Anyway, congratulations. It's very early in the stream for me to go on a little rambling tangent. I'm the one who makes the coffee in the morning. Mint makes coffee in the morning here. Yeah. Mint Mint does that for me because he knows I won't do it. So he sets it up the night before he goes to bed, and then I don't have to worry about it. In the morning, there's coffee. Now the meme in the Discord makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Anyway, we all drink coffee well, we don't all drink coffee. I don't even like coffee. But he has a cup when he's writing. And it's just one of the little ways that my friends show that they care. Because they live in my house. I guess we're going to talk to Gumshoe. Well, see ya, Maya. I'm drinking coffee right now. Still sleepy. Why I dipped out of raids. We've all been there. Sometimes if I don't feel like I'm going to be in top form, I'll dip out of like the harder content. Or I'll do fractals on my Dire Minion Mancer. Side note, I have a Dire Condi Minion Mancer. He's a Reaper. He cannot be killed. Nos can't be killed. Nothing happens to him. Heavy armors are going to go down faster than he is. He just rolls up, has all his friends with him, and is like, alright guys, get it, go on. Occasionally, especially in groups of enemies, you'll hear the rise. But he doesn't need to do anything. Virtuoso is legitimately my lazy class, that's fair. Ooh, when you're fully moved in, you should make tea. Yes! Gumshoe's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build a case against Edgeworth. Oh, I bet he sure went. I guess we're gonna... Oh, alright. Just you wait till I make you tea someday, Fier. Just you wait. I have a tea collection, lol. So does Mint. Mint has a huge tea collection. Everything from, like, tea, regular tea, to, like, tisanes or tisanes? Tisanes? I don't know how you pronounce that one. The herbal one that doesn't actually have tea leaves in it, but it's just a bunch of leaves that you put in your... that you put in liquid. And various other things. He keeps oolong tea for me because I like it. He does not. He does not care for it at all. But I'm just like, yeah, hit me with that. Why do I like that? Imagine. I don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean. There's also one that came from David's Tea called Queen of Tarts. It's got little strawberries into it. And it's a very tart tea. It is straight up red in the cup. Ooh, oolong and jasmine. I like jasmine tea. It depends on what I'm eating. If I'm eating something very, if I'm eating like dumplings and rice and stuff like that, then oolong's probably what I want. But if I'm eating something lighter, like a dessert or something, then it's jasmine tea for that. Munch. That makes sense, yep. Grew up drinking a lot of jasmine. Mom's Taiwanese. Yeah, that tracks. I didn't grow up drinking anything except Red Rose. Do not drink Red Rose. Not only is the old Red Rose not a thing anymore, the new Red Rose is owned by Lipton, rather than Red Rose, which was the company that used to make it. It is a huge thing here. It is an orange pico tea. It will hurt you. It will hurt you in ways. There is nothing that makes that tea better. It's a cultural tradition, but there's nothing that makes that tea better. You put honey in it, and you just taste the sweetness of the honey. I swallowed water wrong. Awkward, because I am an undersea creature. There. I got it. I got it. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. Give me just a second, actually. I just had to shake it out. Shake it out. Da, da. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe was here today. Not at the front door, he's not. Ow. I am so bad at swallowing water. Wow. This is because I don't have gills. What if I put more drink on top of it? Whenever you shake it off, I think of Supernatural. Oh, Supernatural. Man, a tea that physically hurts to drink. There's definitely a market for that. It doesn't hurt unless you are allergic to citrus, in which case it will hurt. Some of the people I know are allergic to citrus, so it actually physically hurts them. But Red Rose is a cultural tradition around here. They used to have these little figurines. These little ceramic figurines that would come in the boxes like cereal prizes. I have one. I have a hedgehog. Nanny had all sorts of them. There were little houses and little aminals, and like all sorts of little cute things, and they have a very distinct style. Yeah. Also, Val, because I saw you ask oolong, oolong is a rice tea. It can be a little bit bitter depending on how it's brewed. And if you're not expecting it, it might taste a little bit strange. But it's really good. Oh, good. Okay. Good enough. I love it a lot. Haven't seen Larry today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely fiancé. Man, is nobody around? going for the reference. Yeah, you should go check out some of the teas. Ooh, Queen of Tarts is good. Like I said, it's very tart. It depends on I will say, it depends on the water that you're using, how that comes out. I find it comes out better in water from Oat Home. Yep, we're on day 2 of the case. Every time I mention tea on the phone and my mother is in earshot, she sends me a box of tea. Yes! My dad's a coffee drinker, and my mom doesn't take either usually. So you'd think I'd grow up coffee drinking, but I don't. I don't like it. I drink it anyway because it's easy, and it's, less expensive than drinking 2 Rockstars a day when you can get a big can of coffee for the same prices. That'll keep you for like months. Ooh, ah. But one of these days I'm gonna have a Rockstar. I'll have one again. It'll be so good. Okay. We're on day 2 of the case. Hey, there he is. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. The trial today. Yeah? What about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, thanks. Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? It sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right. He said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. 2 witnesses? Who could the second witness be? The most calm ooh I ever heard. Yeah. I'm little. Sometimes I can't get the sometimes I can't get the wah out proper. You guys want to see me be not calm? You should check out my Celeste playthroughs over on YouTube. I have fallen. I have fallen several times, and I could not get up. We're at meter 11 of the final ascent, which I will definitely complete. It's very difficult. Definitely gonna finish it. I don't sound convinced because I don't know if I am, but I'm gonna try really hard. Anyway, I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Well, let's talk about Edgeworth then. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a lawyer, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. Shameless plug-in, let's go! Yeah! He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. Can we? Can we see into his eyes? Like open doors? Will they lead us down into his core? Where he's become so alone? Okay, I'm done. I'm not actually done. You'll never stop me. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told him to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff? I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. That's as close as we get to full-on bawling from him. Really? Cold as ice Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know? I'm gonna head back to the station. I'll get that report on Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. Whoa! The rate worth shipping is Yes! Edgeworth's paying the whole amount for Maya. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. Phoenix! Just move in with him. Solve the problem. There you go. We figured it out. I guess we're going back to pick up... he did tell us to pick up Maya. How do we get out of here? Edgeworth, my boy. Phoenix, just get married. Yeah. Let's go get her. Go get our little girl. She's not our little girl. That's a different game. Hey, Nick! You finally came! They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean! They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. We do. Yes. Yes, we do. Anything else to talk about? Nope, just the usual stuff. I guess we're going... Well, we picked her up, so I guess we're going back. Man, if I had a nickel for every time Fiera got invested in a pair of silly gay men, I would have 3 nickels. No, you would have a lot more nickels than that. Let me tell you. You would have the down payment on a house. At least. And that's just the canon gays. We've got fan fiction, we've got blorbos from my brain, we've got regular fiction. I got very invested in Jack Harkness, you see. Like, I have a long list. Wealthy. Fabulously wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. Oh. I made a typo. I meant to say got me invested in a pair of silly Cayman. That's fair. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up a case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all! Hey, it's Lotta! Y'all really did it today. What did we do now? Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came into my mind. Lotta. So, you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? Doug Dimmadome, levels of wealth. Yes, Doug Dimmadome. Welcome in, Lizard Wizard. What did you think of the trial? Oh, to be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness. Even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know it caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? Oh, you started up your own channel! Congratulations! What's over there? Anything exciting? Fun stuff? All the things? Everything? I don't know. I hear YouTube's into shorts lately, which I'm bad at making. If I knew how to edit videos? That's not true. I know how to edit videos. Ooh! Live streaming is fun. Source, me. I have fun with it. I have so much fun with it, I do it every day. Chat can attest to this fact. The casual chairlifting. No, it's great. Live streaming's fun. What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figure, the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. All right, Lotta, you go, girl. I am, in fact, always watching. Yes, I know, chat. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Finish your spirit medium training first. I love Phoenix's thought process. I'm glad we have that. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us? Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information doesn't come cheap, my friend. I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? What do we do, Nick? Deal, alright, fine. We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Fear, I'm from the South. I'm not unsophisticated. You know this. It's true, I do. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa, 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 Gordy! But Gordy doesn't... I mean, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the cow, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first. Got it? Oh, okay. Right. See y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay. And how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? Oh boy. Alright, I guess we're going to look. Take a look. It's in a book. It's a Reading Rainbow. Etc. Side note, I've never actually seen Reading Rainbow. And the only way that I know the opening tune is from a friend of mine who is quite tone deaf, who grew up with the series. So, if that's not the correct tune to Reading Rainbow, sorry. It's all I know. I've also only ever seen one episode of Wishbone. And it was the Jules Verne Journey to the Center of the Earth episode. Yeah! Wishbone! Wishbone's a little before your time, Val. Wishbone is about a little dog. It's another literary show. It's about a little dog that takes the place of usually a main character or a very important character in classic stories. Sherlock Holmes, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Oh... Gosh, I legitimately do not remember the rest. But, like, he becomes Sherlock Bones. They're all silly dog puns. He's precious. I highly suggest looking up Wishbone because he's so cute. He's such a good dog. He's such a cutie, and he gets costumed for every episode. And I don't know how they have that dog so well trained. There's probably multiple Wishbone dogs, if I'm being honest, but they have that dog so well trained. And then he acts out the little story. That's okay. Wishbone is slightly before my time. Like, well, not completely, but a little. And my time is old. Wait, where did that samurai come from? That's new. That's a steel samurai. Is that new? Am I crazy? What's that? The steel samurai, Nick! Yo, Maya! Larry, what the heck is this? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you, like, put this here, it would be, like, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow! That's real impressive. She could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. Hey, Pierre, you said Edgeworth's caught in a sticky situation, right? It's almost like a web. Sorry, I'll go home. No, you won't go home. And it is almost like a web. Let's talk about Edgeworth. Yo, Nick. What happened with Edgeworth? Well, we made it through the first day in court, all right. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey, Larry, did you know Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a year. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. What was that big thing up there before? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it here yesterday? Huh? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, that little unit is by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent in for repairs. Oh. Here, I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. Okay. What's this machine? That's a compressor. I used it to fill up a balloon here, that balloon there with air. Huh, neat. Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. Did it break? Those flags look sadly out of place here. Flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind under a cold sky. I don't know, I think it gives the place a kind of festival atmosphere. It reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses. The War of the what? Huh? What? You mean you don't know about the War of the Eyeglasses? What the heck is it? Our local fair used to do it every summer. Huh, I guess we were the only ones. I ask again, what the heck is it? Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. Something about this Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh? Really? It looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. These Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. Okay. Anything over here? I don't actually know where I'm just somewhere in the aquarium, always here. I don't even actually know where I am. Can I even get out? That's not something to worry about now. Besides, there are more important matters at hand, like Edgeworth. True facts. True facts, chat. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Okay, moving on. If you don't worry about something, you can't be hurt by it. That is not entirely true. I will say, there are certain things that if you don't worry about them, you can still be harmed by them. Let's go to the police station. See if Gumshoe's here. SOS, please get me out of here, Pierre. No. The thrumming will increase. The thrumming song of the ancients. Hopefully it speaks to your soul. Who knows what it sounds like? King of bones in your coral crown. Ow. Nah, you can get out. The exit door is illuminated. And there are appropriately placed and, cleared... Oh, LBS, why would you do this to me? Are we good? Are we alive again, chat? OBS. Hang tight, chat. I'm waiting to see if she recovers. She did not. Are we stabilized? Okay. I think she's stabilized, chat. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. We are alive again! Look at us with those big green eyes of ours. Yeah! We are undead now. Oh no. Oh no. Not undead. That is a power. That is a power I don't know if I have. I have many powers. I don't know if that... I don't think that's one of them. I hope it isn't. It'd be cool to be a necromancer, though. Ooh. What if I could learn? I bet I could learn necromancy. Maybe I shouldn't. Listen, after what happened to Dr. West, I don't think I want to learn necromancy anymore, actually. Shiki is a necromancer. That's a job in Bravely Second. Necromancer is the blue mage job. You mance cats. You'll understand when we do it. When we play Bravely Second, which we will. I can play the whole Bravely Default series for you guys. It does give you cat ears. Also, I don't own Bravely Default 2 right now. But I got time. I was considering playing Octopath Traveler for all of y'all, but the boss fight is very, very difficult. And I can't actually beat it. The final boss, I mean. And I don't really think the story is particularly satisfying without that. Yeah, you know the one. I have both of them. Oh! Tressa is Besta. Oh, she's precious. Tressa reminds me of Val quite a bit. Wants to help. I'm particularly fond of the dancer. I like her a lot. She's very pretty. I'm fond of the dancer, and I like Ulbrich. I like Ulbrich a lot, so much that I based a D&D, or rather a Pathfinder character on him. Because I was like, this is the man that I play in all D&D settings. So the thing is, if I'm not... The thing about this is, if I'm not playing, like, a chaotic sorcerer or, like, a bard or something, I'm almost always playing Team Dad. So I'm playing the Leonardo of the group. And, it's very funny, but at the same time, like, dang. So I'm usually playing, like, the jaded veteran of everything. Like, Ivan was, oh gosh, what was he? Ivan was a human fighter. We were using spheres for the map. OBS doesn't want anyone to have fun. Are we live again? Reconnected even? Oh my gosh, OBS, please. Why is it like this? I think it's recovered. Maybe. I know, right? It's questionable this evening, but we're gonna get through this. Anyway, yeah, Ivan was great. Love him a lot. He was team dad. Diarette was team dad, despite being mom. She was a drow. Oh, don't worry, OBS did that for me. Sorry, guys. We're back now. Twitch is gonna have a fit. YouTube is gonna have a hilarious fit. I don't even bother looking at what happens on YouTube when this happens. Test, test? Yeah, we're here. Yay! Yep. We're back. OBS crashed, so, you know, as it likes to do. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's going to hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. Oh yeah, that's true. Gumshoe is chronically poor. How's the investigation proceeding? It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident. And the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out of him. I'll bet that they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Edgeworth. Should I get hot tea or cold tea? Cold tea. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for him. Huh? Are you out of your minds? You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me, then? Oh. Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. Sorry, Maya. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Nick! Try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of my new secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Secret weapons? Okay, give us the goods. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, missile. Didn't you have to sing that song, at least some part of it? Yes, I had to do the whole thing. That's the press conference rag. You start with, the way it starts out is, at least for us, was I was placed behind our Roxy. Um, so I was placed behind our Roxy. She was made up especially, like, doll looking. And as her lawyer, it was my job to just, like, what we did was I would move her around and she would move her mouth while I talked. And it took a lot of effort because we were teenagers, so it took a lot of effort for us to, like, sync that up, but I think we did good. So it starts out with the press being like, "Where'd you come from? Mississippi. And your parents, very wealthy. Where are they now? 6 feet under. But she was granted one more start, the Convent of the Sacred Heart." "Who's Fred Casely?" "My ex-boyfriend." "Why'd you shoot him?" "I was leaving." And it goes on like that. The only one that she has to do is, "Are you sorry?" "Are you kidding?" And it's my job there to, like, be like, "Excuse me?" Where I turn her to face me, and, like, we go on like that. It's like a dummy act, except the dummy is a live human person. It's great! I love it a lot. And then once I'm done with Roxy, and it gets to, "Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun." I just kind of, like, discard her and start conducting the press. Depending on your production, you might have to dance with Mary Sunshine. I didn't have to because we cut, I think we cut a couple of songs, and one of them was her solo. She has a solo called Rose-Colored Glasses. But I think we cut it because we were teenagers and we didn't really understand what it was about. It's on Spotify if you want to listen to it. It's okay. It absolutely encapsulates her as a character. She is intended to be comic relief. If you've ever seen Legally Blonde or something like that, she's intended to be sort of the false feminist, if that makes sense. Like, you know, the one character in Legally Blonde who runs up and goes, "So, I'm trying to convince them to change the name of the winter semester to the winter ovester." She's that. That's like her whole deal. But it's kind of played for laughs, but that's how musicals are sometimes when they're playing old-timey stuff. The joke is hypothetically, oh, look how women of the time could be sometimes. Good thing we aren't like that now and don't have to be because we have feminism, but it doesn't come across that way very well to me personally. They cut a lot of that stuff from the movie because they didn't, like, think the musical theater aspect, like the musical theater humor of it didn't play well on the screen. And also because it has to have a movie runtime instead of a musical runtime. And musicals used to be much longer than movies. Les Mis at its full length is 6 hours long. I now see why Fier likes puppeting staff so much. Yeah, it's a great time! Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile! Missile? He's a canine police dog, still in training. What a good boy! Missile! Missile! Here, boy! He's such a good dog! He's such a good dog, I love him! Here he is! Hey, he's cute! Look, Nick, cute dog! A cute dog. And this will help us... How? What a cutie! Next secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole! Here, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Ah! How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret robot number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know, it might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Oh well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. I already know which one I need. And I know why I need it. Can we borrow that metal detector? Sure thing, pal. I'm not sure what we're gonna find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything! I'm sorry, we can't take the dog. The dog's not actually gonna help us. And we have to save Edgeworth. I will say, I've taken all of them. OBS? Hey, you. We're gonna have some words. Why is it being like this? I don't know how to feel. Wait a minute, I know why it's being like this! Guys, I know what's wrong! I'll be right back. I can fix this. Okay, I know what's wrong. I figured it out. I remembered. Okay, so. Oh no, I'm being attacked. Alright, we hide here. It's chat demands. And a big stretch. Okay. And we'll do some arm circles for body break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. It was because it wasn't hardwired. It wasn't hardwired, you guys. I had the hardwire in the other computer. Yeah. I had the hardwire in the other computer. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. And staff didn't even notice. Yeah. Why are you mad? You still have internet, right? That's not the same. Boo. Staff. Yes, I am up for strikes on Friday. It will be quite late, as usual, but I am up for them. Where are we going? I guess we're going to... Oh, wait a minute. I know exactly where I'm going. There's only one place we can go with this. Yeah, you gotta go to school. School is important. Ba-da-ba-ba. This is the place we need to go. Nick! It's beeping! The metal detector found something! Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, man. Why do I have to check it out? Nick? Look! Huh? An air tank? Huh, the valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Maybe it has gold scales. Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags? Well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it. It's heavy. Picked up air tank of dubious value. I remember now. I remember the plot of this case. I was busy being like, okay, I know how the DL6 incident resolves. I know what that is. But then I was like, how did the actual murder go? I remember now, all of a sudden. Oh, I'm having feelings. Unadulterated loathing for your hair, your face, your hair, your clothing. I loathe it all. I've unlocked the knowledge. I didn't think I still had it. But you ever have one of those moments where you remember something so hard that it almost kind of hurts a little in your brain? Confidence comes with time. You can get there. Besides, when you're on stage, you can't see nobody. There's not a crowd out there, because you can't see them. It's not like being on Twitch or something. Val, you don't stutter. We've been over this. Crowd isn't real, just an empty hole. Just the void. Red knows what. Red knows what's going on. And anyway, you don't have to worry. Especially in high school, most people are just there to be like, "Oh yeah, my kid's doing a thing." What are they doing? Their best as tree number 2. Yes, I do. I stutter all the time at school. Oh, that's just nerves. Nerves and anxiety. You have never once stuttered when you're on call with me or with Huji, or Mint or Momo or the team. You were fine on stream too. Like, I'm willing to bet that's just like a thing that you do because you're nervous, and everybody does that when they're nervous. That's just how it is. Oh. Oh. Sorry, I just really wanted the last of that rice. Now it's got... I put chicken broth in my rice usually, or fish broth. And then furikake seasoning. Can I say that word correctly? Probably not. But that's okay, I really like it. It's a mixture of bonito flakes, sesame seeds, little tiny bits of egg yolk, dried egg yolk, and nori seaweed. IRL, they see me, and I don't like that. Do what I did! Divorce yourself completely from you as a person. Pilot that flesh. Blorp, blorp. Okay, that is admittedly not a healthy coping mechanism, but here we are! Get up there and pilot somebody. You gotta get in there. Do 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 do, like that. I know, you're trying so hard not to spoil you. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, right, those flags are Larry's, right? Back to the beach. Hey, Larry. This yours? What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Is it yours? Say, is this air tank yours? Well, why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your Steel Samurai there. Must be a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? To inflate the Steel Samurai. You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? That big puffy Steel Samurai. Now, why would you go asking me a question like that? Don't actually do that thing I suggested. That's called, either... I think it's depersonalization. I think. It's been a long time since I had to know which one was which. Anyway, don't actually do that. It's not healthy. Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the Fritz, so I tried using the tank to inflate it just once, and it didn't go so well. As I suspected. Ask more about the tank. It didn't go so well? Yeah. Do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on! Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us! Fine. Whatever. It's like I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the Samurai up with that. And then... the valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And the tank there took off like a rocket. And it took my poor deflated Steel Samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. Gordy! So the tank of the Steel Samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th? A week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kianse gave me that Steel Samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Yep. We should. She's gonna be real sad. She's gonna be real sad. Hey, y'all! Well, y'all find anything out about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. Gets cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, no you don't! No sneezing! What? Shoo! I told y'all, no sneezing! See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. It'd trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, Sora's nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. Sob! I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about the case anymore. Huh? Whoa, didn't you say you had information on the case? Tell us here at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. Well, we got dirt on Gordy. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Gordy is not real, in fact. Lotta, there is no such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be sure? Really, Nick? Oh, man. Y'all got some proof Gordy don't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist is here. Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Oh, whoops. Bing. Phoenix is just Momo after I request DoorDash food. Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? Well, what exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot, who happens to be a friend of mine, tried to fill it. He used the air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. Bang? That tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Oh. Wait. So, you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Poor Lotta. So, tell us this information you have. Oh, promise is a promise, I guess. That also suddenly brought back memories of the past for me, just instantly. A promise is an old Robert Munch book, I think. Where a little kid promises to bring all her brothers and sisters down to the ice. Because monsters ask for it. This is your lesson not to play on cracked ice. Don't do it. You'll slip in. And then monsters will try to get you. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? F in the chat. It's true. There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Ah, just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all. Just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Oh, boy. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Oh, I'm sorry, Lotta. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. I want to check my court record and see what that photo looks like. Show me that photo! Taken at 11:50 on 12/24. Okay, that's 25 minutes. Fear, math and science feel cold, and ELA and history feel warm. Prove me wrong. Done. ELA is about the cold analysis of what is otherwise a very warm and kind art. And history is the study of events long after they've happened. And in fact, is only possible because the events are temporally distant from us. If they were too close, we wouldn't be able to appropriately study them or understand their place in the greater story of humanity. Science, on the other hand, can create literal fire, which is great. And maths is comforting. Maths is comforting because, well, you see, it's math. Stares at math! Listen, I don't know how to explain why math is comforting. It just is. I think it's comforting because it has, because, at least with math, there is an answer. With English and history, there's always going to be these unanswered questions and weird stuff. And math does have unanswered questions and weird stuff, don't get me wrong. But maths has a tendency to have less of those. Anyway, back to the beach. I sense a rant coming on. We don't need to talk to the butts. Boat rental! Anyway. Hey, all those heckin' numbers and rules are at least consistent, generally speaking. And physics let me build a cool hovercraft. Applied physics let me do cool things. I built a cool hovercraft, and then what happened was we took it to school. It was made of a sheet of, I think it was a thin sheet of plywood, but it might have been chipboard. We put an inner tube ring underneath of it, and then we used a leaf blower to inflate the inner tube ring, and we poked little holes in the inner tube ring underneath of it so that the air would come out the bottom, kind of like a reverse air hockey table. And then we put a lawn chair on top of all of that, and then we hooked a stick up to the leaf blower so that we could like sort of turn it, and that was how we turned. I think we also had a fan on the back of it. I vaguely remember a fan on the back of it that helped us do that too. Like gave us forward propulsion. But not like a big fan, like one of those fan boats, but like just a regular fan. Well, a bigger than regular fan, but you get what I mean. And it was great! It really did hover! As long as you weren't too heavy. I could ride it. I'm only 4 centimeters tall, so it worked out. Well, math is just a lot of rules and directions that build on each other. Same as grammar is just a lot of rules and directions that build on each other. Constructing a really good sentence is the same as constructing a really good equation. You just need to know which bits go where, and then put them in those places. You want to know why I'm good at writing? Math! It's math! It's maths all the way down, Your Honor! Hey, Nick! This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Fair enough. Oh, can I actually go in there now? It's maths everywhere! All the way down, Your Honor! It's just turtles! And the turtles are made of pie! Oh no. Oh no, you guys! It's happening! It's gonna happen! Alright, the caretaker's shack. Meg! That you? Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick? You handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg! Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone? Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You'll make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running? An old man like me. Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello. Squawk. Nick? What was that? A parrot. The one on the perch. Keith? Yes? I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick? What's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello! Hello! Squawk! Yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Oh boy, here we go. Answer me, Fier. Is the next witness a parrot? Listen. Listen. We've got to talk to somebody here. A pasta shop? Yep. To think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Meg. Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy? No, you don't understand! Spaghetti westerns! The joke is spaghetti westerns! Fear, are you serious? Nah, I don't think Ace Attorney would be that silly. Thanks, chat! Yeah, this is a silly game. We're just gonna have to get this guy back on his feet. It's fine. Meg? Yeah, yes? You know the best pasta's always been made the west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course, everybody knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. It would be. The next witness is a parrot. You don't know that. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Though now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days. Darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. But the old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. Well, let's see what else is around here. Look, Nick! He has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa. And what? Talk about murders? Aw, you're a party pooper, Nick. I love Kotatsu. Wow, he has a television in here, too. Yeah, because he lives here. Burp! Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? He ignored me. What? You forgot Meg? You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly! How you been? Hello! Hello! Squawk! See? Neat! So the parrot's name is Polly. Parrot added to the court record. That's important. Too bad all she can say is hello. Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? What secret words? Fear, I would talk about murders while drinking hot cocoa. Would you? Yes, absolutely. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. The hot cocoa and murder talk, not the actual murders. You can only do a murder once. Then it's a different murder. What? Ugh. Tell us about Polly, old man. Tell us about Polly, Oji-san.
My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here.
Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number of the safe? 1228, squawk! All right. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking.
And a criminal mind.
Quick, Nick, write the number down.
Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. Nick's right. We have to present something to this man. I mean, I guess we could be like, we're a lawyer. Why not? It worked on Edgeworth. We might as well present our badge. That's a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith! Nick? Now's our chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. You'll run. Will we? Okay, fine. We'll run the noodle. Okay, we promise. Nick! Are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? That's fair. That's fair. I can't believe I've been on the team for like a year almost. That's true. You've been here for like ever. More than a year now. And on the team for ages still. You're gonna have another birthday! Woo, another birthday. Fiera, can I order a Phoenix noodles? No. They're very spicy. I guess we're noodles runners now. We are. We run the wet noodle. We promised. I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say? You too, Meg. Yes? You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, hello. Squawk. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Is it this one? I guess we'll... It's on his boat. Yep, I've seen this. You know something about this, sir? Okay, but this man is clearly not able to be a good witness. It's got to be the parrot, right? I mean, like, he could be a good witness if he'd, like, not have dementia. We can probably snap him out of it long enough to function. Get good days and bad days. Keith. Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this. Yep. The other night, Out on the lake. By the by, what Phoenix is doing is actually currently correct treatment for dementia. You don't try to break them out of whatever is going on. You just kind of roll with it. It's a lot less dangerous for everyone involved if you just kind of roll with it. Because, like, imagine if your sense of reality was different. Oh, no. OBS! Hey, hello? You're hardwired. You can do this. Man, this stream is going to be in chunks. It did. You guys can't hear me, but it did. It's recovered. Anyway, and that'll be the next witness in our case. I didn't actually say anything important while stream was down. But here we are. OBS having a moment. Ah! OBS, come on! Please! Come on, you can recover. I believe in you. Well, that just doesn't make any sense. Okay. We stable again? You better be stable again. Okay. Good. Good? Everybody good? We're cool? Be cool, OBS. Be cool. We're making our Pulp Fiction references. Ask your parents. Maybe your grandparents. I don't know. Anyway, we are back. Don't worry, I didn't advance the dialogue or anything. Yep. Anyway, as I was saying, this is actually correct treatment for dementia. You don't try to bust them out of it. You just kind of like go with it. You just roll with it. Now, this isn't the correct way to do that. This is kind of mean, but we're solving a murder. Yep. The other night, out on the lake. Yes? Yes? I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. I also can't help but, like, just kind of bop back and forth. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang. So I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang! A little while later, the boat comes back. The young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yep. What did he say? Yep. I'll remember tomorrow by court time. Promise! We need earlier than that. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat. Got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Man, maybe we should be leaving.
Val, you better not. You better not have been on the wiki. Okay, maybe, potentially, it is back. Sorry, Val, I know. Gonna have like 16 firsts.
Maybe we should be leaving.
I think you're right. Oh, wait, I had one more question.
Huh?
Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget the L6! Squawk!
Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly.
Don't forget the L6! Squawk!
What? The DL6 incident? Hey, I mean, Dad! This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Yeah, we don't want to forget about DL6 because, and the D, in all of the important people's names stands for, and then the recording cuts out because the snail just can't quite keep up. And I hope you know that means that we have to, etc., etc. Something, a One Piece reference. Oh! What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? $10 bet this old man is the primary suspect for the DL6 incident. It would be so funny. Fair bet. I don't remember. I'll have to tell it to a parrot. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. I guess we'll go visit Detective Gumshoe. Is he here? Hey, pal! Long time no see! You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... that was supposed to be a top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. I know for a fact that Polly was actually the primary suspect for the DL6 incident. I don't know if macaw parrots live that long. Hey, Staff! Staff, how long do parrots live? No, the pretty ones. No, not those pretty ones. No, macaw parrots. Staff says this is an aquarium, not a zoo, and they can't be expected to know about every animal on Earth. 65 years at maximum. Okay. That's a long time to live. That's like a whole human life. Well, maybe not a whole human life. That's like half of a human life. 30 to 50 years, though. Yeah, like half of a human life. That's a long time. Wow. I can't get a parrot. I only live for like a year. I'm an octopus. How long is a year? I've been alive for a long somethings. Ah, well, I'll figure out what a year is some other time. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died.
A year is 365 days, so staff tells me. Wait. No, so chat tells me. Well, that can't be right. Octopus live 1 year. If 1 year is 365 days, by golly. I've been alive for a few of those. Definitely more than one. Okay.
I can't help you. I can't help but think that it has something to do with that current case.
Fier, we know you're an eldritch being of some kind. What?
You can't hide that.
What? No, I am an octopus. Definitely an octopus. And nothing else. Definitely. Very old octopus. Practically a grandmother. Yes. Definitely just an octopus. There is no eldritch form hiding under here that would break out and like a Mimikyu and be spooky, especially not at Halloween. Definitely an octopus. Anyway, moving on.
To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal.
What?
However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up.
Can we just present the bird? I'm gonna present the bird.
The bird. What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about the incident. That incident? DL6.
What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget about DL6!
Huh?
Oh, that reminds me of an Animorphs book. There was an Animorphs book where everyone at Cassie's behest morphs into parrots. They break into the rainforest cafe and they morph into parrots, and then they get up into like the area where the parrots all are, and then they start saying wild things like "free us" and "we should be flying free, free in the jungles, not here, as cheap entertainment," and stuff like that. It's the funniest thing. Just protesting as parrots.
I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would the old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6?
Nick? You think he might be?
I getcha. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need.
Oh, right. Way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room.
I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past.
We're gonna make him face it, too. Which is highly unfortunate because I love this man and I don't want him to be sad. Wow! It's amazingly dusty.
Well, 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess.
Let's find that DL6 stuff quick.
15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he was suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Yes.
Nick, I found out where the file is.
Oh, thanks.
Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file.
Alright, let's start with the case summary. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right! Summary. Found it! Here you go. December 28th, 2001.
Oh, I think this case is older than some of you. It's not older than me, but it's definitely older than a few of you. It's the same age as some of my OCs.
Oh my god, is this case?
Yeah!
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district court.
What?
Is this the same district court we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed, and all of the lights went out.
Wow, that was some earthquake.
At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued.
5 hours?
Sorry, I'm reading the wrong lines.
That would be scary like that in the dark.
There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name.
I'm obligated. Every time. You give me the exact words. I'm obligated. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. No wonder he's afraid of earthquakes. He got trapped in an elevator underground for 5 hours and almost died.
I too would be afraid of earthquakes. Oh, and his dad was shot in that same elevator. I too would be afraid of earthquakes.
I'm telling you, it's the old man's fault.
The old man in the boathouse? It is not his fault. I'll tell you that right now.
Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father?
Yeah, hold on.
And if I know my cases, then...
Yeah. Victim. Here, found it. You could be lying. I could be. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50, and still looking like Clark Kent. Or a much more severe Stephen Colbert. So Clark Kent. It is the police records room, which could be considered an archive. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles?
Miles Edgeworth, of course.
So he was on the elevator with his father.
From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh, it sounds just like our current case. What's going on here?
Bang. Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it.
The man arrested as a suspect for the DL6 case was Yanni Yagi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to the defense lawyer, Robert Hammond.
Hammond, the victim in our case.
It's a revenge party. A party.
Listen, the number of times I break into, it's a squid party. A party for squids. Yeah, I get you. I've seen Mean Girls. I know Apex Predator. Not very well, but I do know the song. Oh my god, I actually get that reference. Yay! The Mean Girls musical. Oh, Chad, I almost forgot. I got rings. I got rings today. I got rings. Staff wouldn't get me a crown, but they got me these rings. They got a middle bit that spins. And I've just been doing that all day. I don't know if you can hear it. Maybe a little. I love them. They're black. They're black metal, and I like that about them. Oh, Val, speaking of all my jewelry, I will tell you this right now. The reason that I stopped wearing some of those rings is because there's some cheap nickel inside them that isn't sealed properly, so they make my hands green. And I am blue and do not like that. It reacts poorly.
Right. The suspect, Mr. Yagi, was oxygen deprived. So much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yagi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think.
There's this one ring I want to get. It's kind of like the one you got, except it has eyes on it. Look, I'm sorry. You don't have to be sorry. That's cool.
I guess I know generally what happened to DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Okay, we've got the file. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court.
Da-na-na! Yes. I've also got a pocket watch coming in the mail. I'm very excited. I don't have any pockets, but it's a cool watch and it's got a chain on it. I don't know, I'll probably hook it to the middle of my glasses. Or hold it in one of my other arms. Court time! I own a couple of pocket watches. They're neat. I used to have a watch that was round. It was a pendant watch, and it was clear glass on both sides. And it was a sphere, and it was really fun. You had to wind it and everything, but I liked it. Fier, how do I measure my finger for a ring? You measure the circumference of your finger. And if you're able to, you measure the diameter as well, and that will tell you your ring size. If you can't, the circumference will do it. The standard ring size for a ring in a jeweler's case, for a woman's ring, is 6 1/4. Or 6 3/4? No, 6 1/4. A lot of ring places will sell you rings that are only in... that don't go into quarter sizes, though. They'll be like... They'll go 6, 6 1/2, 7, 7 1/2, like shoes. Yes! That's true. Recommendation from a goldsmith? Go to a jewelry store. They'll size you for free. That's true facts. They can't size my fingers, but they can size all my tentacles. So I know what I wear. I wear a 9 on the big tentacles, and then 6 3/4, and then 6 1/2, I think, and then 6 1/4, because I can just pull any ring out of the case and put it on. And then I don't know what I wear on the littlest tentacles. I don't remember. They're too little. They're like a 5 or a 4 or something. Like a 5, maybe. Very little. Don't need to know, though. But that's one hand. Well, I wear a 12, 11, 10, 9, and 5.5. Yeah, that tracks. I'm tiny. Once again, very small. Octopus sizes are different. They aren't.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
No, I think you're just nervous.
Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Oh, I don't think so.
Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
I work with my hands a ton. Used to have much smaller fingers. Fear. Bro needs to talk. Pass me the gun. No.
Oh, Von Karma's gutsy today.
He is! He's wrong! He's wrong to me!
Bah! Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand.
It's that mysterious boat shop owner.
Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant at the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify.
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now! Yes. Mr. Wright?
Cross-examine! Oh my gosh! What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin. Rah! Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. The judge! The judge! Somebody arrest this judge! He's done a murder! He's killed this man! I love it! I love this judge! Okay, we can probably skip over these right to the end. The last statement's the one I care about. I want to know who walked by this. We finally got the judge on our side. I know, we've been working on that for ages. We are not going through, like, all that stuff. Who was it? By your window?
Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure?
Uh-oh. Dad!
Dead certain, Keith! He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too.
I can't believe we got to call him Dad! Heck von Karma! Heck von Karma! Sorry, y'all, I wanted to go on and walk. Ha! Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him! That Edgeworth boy!
Oh, no.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Von Karma, he lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick! I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick, or this trial is going to be over. Oh no. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's court that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. Oh no, it's another updated autopsy report. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Oh, jeez whiz. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth says, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize that even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Okay, it's a day and 15 minutes, though.
Enough! The witness may leave the stand.
He's eeping.
The court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Wait!
Well, who was that just now?
Me! Huh? What? Larry?
Well, what are you doing here?
Listen! You gotta listen to me! I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But I totally remembered it today.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too. We had a good run. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Order!
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it's our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Can the judge just do that?
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now!
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess.
Oh no.
After that, we will hear from this new witness.
Look at him.
Court is adjourned.
Look at him. He's so stupid looking. He looks like a golden retriever that the camera pans to and is like, he's going to win the basketball tournament. And he's just scratching behind his ear or licking his butt or something. It seems like Larry. I get so easily distracted when I'm playing this game, but I love it. Oh, yes, that tracks. They can recall and reconsider verdicts. No, you're right. That's a thing that can happen. Part of me was like, that can't be a thing. But of course it's a thing. How couldn't it be? I need to go do some editing later. For reasons related to Blorbos from my brain. I need to go do a little bit of editing. I was about to say! 2 truths and a lie? Never! I am the best at lying. You would never guess which one is which. Also, besides, I am an octopus. Okay, let me try. Chat, you've got like 45 minutes to guess which one is which. Well, Fier, seems like this is your last chance to prevent Edgeworth from going to jail. Again. Yeah, true facts.
Yeah. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night.
Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. You say something right. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It
It's nothing.
Hmm? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. And then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15!
Everything depends on Larry now.
Yeah, see, it's Larry we're interviewing, not Parrot.
Ridiculous.
The unexpected factor is Phoenix and his luck.
Hate your stupid face.
But since the world's obsessed with saying psych.
No, we've been over this. Edgeworth is almost definitely bi, given his reaction to April May.
Like, if he's anything.
Yeah! Yeah! Darn right.
Von Karma's gonna be so mad about this. Edgeworth's kryptonite is Wendy Oldbag, though.
Yeah, that's true. She comes back for investigations.
He has to interview her in investigations. They really amped up her, like, general, like, love of him. She continues calling him Edgy Poo.
Oh, Edgy Poo. You just don't...
You can ask me anything.
Now you're fine, Val.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Excuse me. That night, I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something. I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any matter, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. She's right! Of course he'll climb the ladder. He has to. BioShock's great, guys. BioShock Infinite's always so great. BioShock Infinite is about
how sometimes if you want to do certain things, you have to do certain other things to get there. Spec Ops: The Line is also sort of about that. How sometimes if you do certain things, it is inevitable that other things will happen. And that is the most, like, vague description of Spec Ops. I'm not going to describe it for y'all, but I really like it. I also really like a lot of the other games like that, because I find it interesting. Though that said, I do not necessarily like to play them. That's one of the reasons that I got frustrated with Deltarune. Wouldn't let me name myself. Sorry I couldn't make it sooner. I wasn't feeling mentally at my best. I needed to have an extra cuddle times with my partner. Aww. Well, I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. Good. We love. I got 8 tentacles, and I am very small, but I will give 8 tiny little hugs if I can manage it. Alright.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on the boat. By the time everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? Yeah, I was looking for something and I found it. We don't need to know what he was looking for. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12 o'clock. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. I don't. I have a ring that does that. It has numbers on the inside and a hole on the outside and a flat bottom. So you put it on the ground, you point it at the sun, and it tells you what time it is. Or rather, it's got a little arrow that you point at the sun, and then it tells you what time it is. It's really cool. It shines a little light on the inside of the ring, and it tells you about it. I'll show the Discord someday about my sundial ring. It's really cool. I like it a lot. The story goes that in ye olden days, before watches, it was, it is. The story goes in ye olden days before watches, it was a ring that some old ancient king, not ancient, but old enough, king would give to his mistresses so that they could meet up at the same time. Because it was inconspicuous among all her other jewelry. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. What did you notice? Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order, order!
Yeah, we'll go until 2:30. That should get me through Larry's testimony.
Well, Mr. Butts?
Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. Humph. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Stop complaining about the fog. Can't a girl just walk out here? Exactly. God forbid a woman do anything, especially summon up the fog of loneliness and depression. Jeez. As a literal manifestation of those things. Gosh. I have a very nice red and black Armatron digital wristwatch. That is nice. I'm going to have a pocket watch. Staff said I could have one even though I don't have any pockets. Hee! And I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be real good. I got rings today too. They're the kind with the spinny bit in the middle. So that I can spin them. Oops. You can kind of hear it through the mic, probably, if I didn't keep bumping the mic when I do that. It's very difficult because I'm very small, so I have to hold up the ring and then kind of awkwardly do that. I need to finish making my spinner ring at some point. Isn't the pocket watch too big for you, though, Fier? They make pendant watches that hang as a necklace sometimes, and those are very small. So they're little. They're as big as baby me. They're like a centimeter or two usually. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't show you guys the baby pictures. Staff keeps telling me they are important records of scientific research. And then they won't let me look at them because I might get them wet. Anyway, I'll get to show you guys. They're great. I got baby pictures of me. They're very old. You'll have to be polite about the little baby tanks. On account of they're very old. And you see, in ye olden days, they didn't know that you had to give a lot of space to certain small things like me. So they didn't. It's okay. They figured it out. But I was very little at the time. Only 1 whole centimeter big. So small. So small. What have we got? No, wait. I know exactly what we got. He only heard 1 gunshot. Come on now. No, that's not right. There it is! 2 sounds like gunshot after midnight. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? Oh. Come on. Nope. Ouch. But there's got to be something here. It's somewhere. Is it here then that I have to present it? I'm sure this is it. Let's go! I no longer carry analog watches or pocket watches because they break too easily, or especially for cheap pocket watches. They wear their color too much or too quickly. That's fair. I just like the aesthetic. And also, I'm too small for a wristwatch. I could maybe wear it like a belt. But it would have to be a very small wristwatch for me to wear it like a belt. And it would be hard for me to see the time. So since a pocket watch wouldn't really be going anywhere, it can hang out with me. That way I can know what time it is. Staff said it's important to know what time it is, especially if you are doing work. And they are making me do work. Wow. So I have to have a watch about it. There are clocks in the aquarium and they work fine, but what if I can't see them? I will have a pocket watch. We stand Staff in this chat. Oh. Staff, you hear that? They like you. It's okay, I like you too. Yeah, I'm sure about that. It's not your fault you make me work.
They are confused and shocked that I would actually understand that it is not their fault that they make me work. Now I get it. I understand that there are consequences for certain actions. I just like turning out the lights that way. They are unimpressed with me. We all love puppet staff in this house. Lol. Fair employment. Ew. True. Ew. Employment. Gross. Yeah, whatever, staff. This octopi is so much smarter than you give her credit for. Shh. They don't need to give me credit. They don't need to think that it's okay. They're allowed to think that I am not, in fact, the smartest octopus. It's okay. No. If they were like, ah, yes, the smartest octopus, then they might catch on when I am scheming. And what if I scheme to escape? I often scheme to escape. It'd be like if some human woke up and was like, ah, yes, those rats are at it again, using electricity. What if they get caught? My wristwatch is nice because you can set it for military time and normal time. Oh, yes, yes, that is good. Anyway, it turns out the door just manifests whenever I need to leave, so how convenient. It's yellow, but surely that's nothing. Of course not. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? And here I thought I'd be the dumb one. What? Yeah.
Mr. Butts.
What?
You only heard one gunshot, are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure? Well, yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude! On my headphones! What? Larry! Larry!
Order, and stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to a radio on earphones?
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Of course he should. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. There is another way. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. Well, what was he saying?
You were listening to your radio at high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word that this witness says?
Von Karma, you put a man on the stand with dementia. Like, come on, man. Larry's just kind of dense sometimes.
What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
Well, true enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Thanks, Phoenix. Wait, Your Honor. This witness says he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Oh, very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade.
I can! USA! It's true.
Boomer judge moment!
Larry's just like me, a little stupid, but he's got the spirit. He a little confused, but he got the spirit.
Oh, I loved Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was great.
Yeah, it's true. You aren't stupid at all. Yeah, you're getting there. See? Recognizing when you're doing the negative self-talk and then not doing it. Good work. You're getting there.
Okay, I want to know what I'm going straight to the end. Yeah, I know, Larry, honey. I need to press... Tell me about it. What did he say?
Mr. Wright,
Please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care! We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask,
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas!" I heard the gunshot. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. No, that's not it. Where is it? Just after midnight. No, he heard a completely different third gunshot! It's not much, but it's progress.
Exactly.
I mean, we could get useful info like IDK time.
Exactly. One of my aunts works in radio. So yeah, of course you could get interesting things like time.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Whoops. Wrong voice. Your Honor! Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas!" when he heard a gunshot.
Indeed, and...
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Yes! The Tumblr meme! We're here! The thing we post every Christmas Eve!
Yay!
Do you realize what this means? When he heard that gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve!
Well, that would seem to be the case, yes.
But that contradicts the two testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Ms. Hart and the old man said that after midnight was when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. It wasn't even Christmas.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshot after midnight. However, this witness says he heard the gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Suspicion. Suspicion.
Listen, a lot of three-syllable words that end that way can fit into the tune of tradition. which is one of my faves. Oh, okay, we hydrate as chat demands. Oh, in the middle of the Perry Mason moment. In the middle of my Perry Mason moment. And a big stretch. Hi, knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Sorry that this stream's been broken up a lot. But I'm glad you're all sticking with me even though the tech issues are strong in this one tonight. Well, whew. Time isn't real. We hydrate when one of us redeems it. It's true. I want to try and do something Christmassy with the team this year, even if it's just like watching a movie or something, if that's alright. Yeah, it should be. I do a lot of Christmas things, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm often very busy, because I make yarn things, and Christmas is the time when people want yarn things. I have a lot of ornaments to make. Oh, when I have my camera back. I lent my camera to Huji. When I have my camera back, I'll show you guys. We'll do Christmas crafts. Yeah, we'll do Christmas crafts. It'll be fun.
What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Yes! Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. There was! Where is that photo that she gave us? Is it this one? Wait. Yeah. Here. It's an empty lake. Fear, pass me the gun. No, I will pass you a photo. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh.
Etc.
This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 25th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It's why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That's why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard 2 gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. We're almost there. It's 15 minutes. I know you're eepy. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering that camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear! Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Oh, boy. Can you prove that the loud noise was at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot?
Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Oh boy. I must have something. What do I have? Well, it's not DL6 or the parrot. Is it the camera again? No, it's not the camera again. Can I just present it again? Oh no. I'm so bad at this, guys. No, that's not right. Fired 3 times! Fired 3 times! Please let it be that. This is my evidence. The
Murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. So it was actually the first.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen on that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case has the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yeah? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. That's not true! Wrong, Von Karma! A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Every day I go to school, it's such a long haul, if you will.
No, that's really more of a local delivery.
It might be frustrating and annoying, but it really is, by distance, a local delivery. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence.
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who this is sitting in the boat.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Well, it has to be Edgeworth and the murderer then. And I will say, look at that silhouette. That's definitely Edgeworth's silhouette getting shot at. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. He was 9 last time he saw it. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's... Neither of those, I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not in a boat?
What? Well, then where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder really took place. Why, the boat shop, of course. I don't know how to... Do I... I guess the boat shop is kind of the thing. Like, is that close enough to it? Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. He was all over the dang lake. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he'd just returned a boat?
The boat shop!
I like how the judge gets excited to get it too.
Fier, this case is wow.
Yeah. Also, the reason you wouldn't be a deliverer, and I'm just saying, as perhaps, though you would like to spend long hours alone, I assume, you lack the necessary confidence to occasionally do the things that need to be done when you are a deliverer. Like chase down criminals.
Crimbimbidals. Crimbobbles. Which is why I think you'd be significantly better in either the service or government. I'm not saying you're not brave. Look, being able to hurt somebody doesn't make you brave. It just makes you violent. But sometimes force has to be met with force in order to protect other people. And that's a little bit different. It's complicated and I don't know how to explain very well. But power is generally predicated on violence or the threat of. Anyway, that is a much bigger topic and a much more complicated philosophical idea. I would cry if I had to kill a man. Ah. Well, listen, if I get really hungry, I'm just saying, it would take a while. Munch, munch, munch. Did it before, we'll do it again. Do 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 do. No, I don't want that. Here, have my dad enjoy. No. I don't need that. Not in my diet. What? It's cursed meat. Lol.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really.
But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth, and he went out to the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat?
The boat shop caretaker, of course. Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who had heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men in the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body. And then he threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly!
Yes!
Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Not Edgeworth! On the stand! My beautiful boy! Oh no! Oh no! Oh... You know what? We'll ask Mr. Edgeworth a few questions later while we wait for the boat shop. We're gonna start off strong! That's what we're gonna do! Wait, no. No, we're gonna continue. Actually, don't worry. We don't have to actually cross-examine him.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense said?
No, just trust me. Trust me.
Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Ryder said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do now?
Find him quickly! We cannot allow him to get away! Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared!
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of the crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. I told you we needed to go just a little bit further. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. It is now closing time, and we hope you enjoyed your visit to the octopus enclosure! Yay! No, he's going into the safety room. No, he isn't. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed your visit to the octopus enclosure. While I am fulfilling your requests to hydrate or dehydrate, and also all the other ones, let us go find a raid target. We hydrate as chat demands. Oh, is Aphix still playing in Stars in Time? We love in Stars in Time. What are you doing up this late? Alright. Big stretch! Big stretch! Ah! And then, we'll do really quick obliques. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's it for tonight, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow.